Hello everyone, my name is Nettie. Welcome back to another episode of Kirby Squeak Squad. Last time our cake got stolen from us, and rightfully so. We're making assumptions that it's probably King DDD who stole it. And today we're going to head straight into 1-5 to see if we can get a little bit closer to our sweet, sweet cake. Another thing I really liked about the DS game specifically, not just Kirby, but just DS games as a whole, is that slight audio compression. I don't know how to explain it, but because of that weird heft, there was a certain degree of oomph to everything that was hit, because this sound is so crunchy. We're picking up a whole bunch of mini Kirbys, and yes, that makes 3. So continuing on from the last episode, if I can direct your attention to the bottom screen here, just as last time, if we combine 2 mini Kirbys, we get ourselves 2 mini Kirbys. But if we combine 3 of them all together like so, we get a 1-up. Isn't that pretty nice of them to do something like that? I think it's pretty nice. Oh, and we also have that question mark block. That will give us suplex. We'll have that stashed away for later, just in case we ever need it. If you ever pick up a question mark, it will always be a random ability. This room's really big and expansive, and yep, as sneaky as ever. There's a chest up there. I really like that the chests also share an inventory slot with your abilities. That way you can't exactly go mad with power. Ooh, new copy palette. Change your palette style. I think I might do that. Right now we have stars on the bottom, so if we were to go into here, we could change that to, ooh, this like, I think it's called Gingam slot? I'm not wholeheartedly sure, but that was a short and sweet level. Now we have the boss to do, with 1 treasure left here. We can get beam, and we can also get ice. As far as I can tell, there's nothing else here. Oh. No, I don't see anything. Guess we gotta go through this door. And that's our boy King DDD. And to anyone who's thinking, man, that background looks super familiar, you, my friend, must have watched Kirby right back at ya. Or, alternatively, the Japanese title is Hoshi no Kabi. Oh, I did not know he did that. Man, it has been so long. Oh gosh, still watch out for that hammer. It still hits like a truck. This is also, if I'm recalling correctly, this is around the first time we officially start seeing King DDD in the way that we are most familiar with him. We somehow managed to dodge that, thank goodness. Watch out. This is the, what's it called again? I want to call it the monster spawner. I don't think it was called that. I probably could have dodged that. Oh dear. Okay, woo! Watch out, King. Oh, he's got me pinned. Sly dog. Ah! Bam! Eat that. King DDD's down for the count, and there's the treasure. Luckily, he didn't spawn any giant octopus on us or a fitness coach that will work us to hell and back. We got a boss battle badge. Collect all for a new mode. What's this? Someone's stolen King DDD's treasure chest. Of course, he doesn't know a thing about the strawberry shortcake. So what's going on? Who's really behind the disappearing shortcake? Suddenly, a whirlwind appears, bringing a band of big-eared strangers. Who are these guys? A band of thieves, known as the Squeaks. With treasure chest in tow, they begin to march jauntily away. King DDD acts as fast as a wink. He grabs Kirby and hurls him at the Squeaks. What a shot! He throws a perfect strike. The Squeaks teeter and lose their balance. They all tumble into a deep chasm, taking the treasure with them. Surely the shortcake is part of the lost loot. It looks like Kirby's quest isn't over yet. Oh, Kirby. Seems like you just can't stop falling down caves, can you? Well, you gotta take it one step at a time. And I know a lot of people like to make fun of King DDD or more specifically Kirby accusing King Dedede of stealing his cake, you gotta remember, up to this point in Kirby's life and in his timeline, King Dedede is the only one that he has known thus far that has been on record stealing food. Now, I just inhaled something really cute. Cupid Kirby! Speaking of things that just kind of went AWOL when it came to Kirby's copy abilities, man, Squeak Squad introduced so many great things that just don't make a comeback. Or if they do, it's in a probably controversial thought, but they came back in a vastly inferior version of itself. A lot of the things you're going to see in this game, if you're a peruser of Kirby games like myself, you're going to see a lot of different forms of things you're probably familiar with, the more modern formula Kirby that first started here. Now we can take care of this little guy that gives us spark. I don't really need him. We can aim our arrow. So Cupid Kirby isn't exactly the strongest ability in the world. I'll be completely honest about that, but it's still ridiculously cute. I probably should have shaded it for here, but it's no matter because we have this guy coming up and we may want to let him do his thing. Oh, there we go. Inhaling him gives us Metal Kirby. Back-to-back new abilities, aren't we? Metal Kirby is interesting. I realize now I didn't pause to let you guys read the screen. That's my bad. Be careful. You can't get hurt, but don't get mad if you break stuff. Not perfect, okay? There is one other scroll ability that we need to worry about, but all we can really do is just be heavy. Can't go wrong with that. Just absolutely crush people because we're just so heavy. And the added benefit is we can't get hurt by anything. No bombs, no other metals, nothing. And we slide very slowly down slopes. Very satisfying. A fellow metal person can even hurt us. Even though, at the very least, it should cause a dent, right? Oh, no matter. Metal is very satisfying. Except for one thing and one thing specifically. You're so slow. Unless you do this. Kind of an oversight, but you can both be invisible. Oh, there you go. The little ground pound ability. You can both be invulnerable and a little bit quick, so long as you can keep doing that. We'll leave that behind because we gotta get into this cannon first. And time it well. Good. I think I'm going to go right. No. Right. No. Right. Right. Oh, sweet treasure. Alright, let's blow that up. Make our way down. Treasure number 1. You guys. Let me introduce you to my favorite copy ability. Bubble Kirby! He's so freaking cute. Oh, look at his little bubble hat. I don't know why. This is by no means the strongest copy ability. There are definitely other ones that get the job done better, faster, and probably looking cooler. But there's just something about Bubble Kirby that I love so deeply. It's very based off of the mechanics of Kirby Squeak Squad itself. What can you do with Bubble Kirby? Why? Turn enemies into bubbles, of course. Any and most enemies, really. That being said, we probably don't need 2 beams, so we're just gonna hawk a loogie up big style. If a bubble's around for too long, it will float away, so don't worry about overloading your screen or anything. But I do always recommend that you keep at least 1 spark with you. I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of my other spark. You could also, for what it's worth, you can also blow a bubble onto a bubble and take that bubble in case you need another bubble to get a bubble. You following? Bubble Kirby. It's tough to explain why I like it so much. I feel like it's very niche. I'll openly admit it. It's a very niche ability to like. But there's, for some reason, I really do. I really like Bubble Kirby. Speaking of, I know we are holding on to this, but I don't really like Suplex, so we're just gonna get rid of it. What I want to do instead is let my little bubble friend respawn, because I would like to not die. Just realize my health. Jeez. I would like to not die, but my personal strategy from when I used to play Squeak Squad a lot is always keep the elements on you, fire, ice, and lightning, and then keep bubble on you for any other ability you may need. So right now, I think if it can be helped, I'd like to get rid of beam and oh no, No! Oh, got a little star for what it's worth. What does this do, I wonder? Oh. Ah, that's cool. We should probably be careful about that, though. Okay, let's turn this guy back into a bubble. He takes multiple hits. But this is usually my go-to combo. And later on, I'll explain to you why I do that. But for now, we want to skip this one and then get the treasure here. Except, my inventory's full, so we're going to have to part ways with something. Probably Spark. And this is why I say you want to do that. Because if you have Bubble, it's not a big deal. We can find Spark anywhere. Bubble doesn't show up everywhere. A lot of these newer abilities that we just saw don't show up anywhere. So your best bet for getting Spark back again, which will come in handy later, trust me, which will come in handy, is to keep Bubble on you as your person. Oh gosh, this is probably not going to be in my best interest. But because I have Bubble Kirby, it doesn't matter because I can hawk up my ice if I really wanted to. On second thought, I might actually keep the ice and get rid of Sword. Sword is a bit more common. So we'll spit that one out, and we'll get this treasure, and we'll try and survive within an inch of our life. Well, I was going to say usually it's not too hard to do it, but this is exactly why I say always keep a backup bubble. Now I can go into this. I think I lost the treasure. Yeah, the Squeak got it, but that's okay. So if a Squeak manages to get the treasure, all hope is not lost. At least I don't think so. Ideally, once you make your way down this gauntlet that I most certainly would not have survived in retrospect, we're just gonna hawk out this star. We don't really need either one of these, really. Make our way through. We can get Sword. We're probably gonna have to make space regardless, and it's probably going to be Spark, so let's hawk this up. Bubble Kirby allows you to do a lot of really interesting inventory management, and even better, just preparation for the future. I think I full-on lost a treasure, though. That is a little embarrassing. Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, shoot. Huh, I never noticed that as a kid. Am I worse at playing Kirby now as an adult than when I was a kid? That's embarrassing. Oh, I didn't read which one I had. We're here at Nature's Notch, though. That was the first area. I'm gonna go back in there to get that treasure, but I cannot stress enough. Give Bubble Kirby a chance. It may not be the best weapon for this game. It may not be your strongest weapon or your first choice, but definitely consider this one. This one can really change how you play the game. Having whatever you need at your hand, anytime, anywhere, really helps to control the tide of how you control things. And like I mentioned before, later on, I try to maintain a certain setup with my abilities, and I'll explain it once we get there. But I try to maintain that because, oh shoot, ouch. It just comes a lot in handy when the things come into play. You can also point it in different directions, but okay, enough. We can combine our stars on the bottom screen to make bigger stars, by the way, which do more damage overall. But enough bubble propaganda. We need to go get that treasure chest. Okay, we made it back in one piece. Thank goodness. We also got the other treasures along the way. Figured might as well. You don't get anything else from it, really. But it just comes in handy. Oh, bye, Bubbles. Essentially, what I wanted to say about Bubble Kirby is I would love to see this ability come back someday. There have been other abilities that have managed to make a comeback with an entirely new moveset that's oriented around how the newer games work. Hell, even Sleep Kirby gets an actual fighting moveset in one of the Kirby games. I would love to see Kirby, Bubble Kirby specifically, come back with this, along with some of the forgotten ones as well. Metal Kirby, Cupid Kirby, and there's a couple of others that, as I mentioned before, they either come back in a way that I feel like is vastly inferior, or they don't come back at all. And all those abilities I would love to see again someday. Or at least get combined into another ability, much like how Kirby used to have Burning and Fire. Okay, enough standing around. I don't have enough space for this. For some reason, I'm holding on to this massive star. We can put that aside for now. Right now, we need to outrun Spinny and not make a repeat of last time. I want this back. Oh, jump, 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 jump. Oh gosh, Spinny's a pretty wiry one compared to the same bunny, I swear. Ah, the bunnies can get the treasure as well. They'll try and hand it over to Spinny if we're not careful. Oh, darn. Oh, this is such a train wreck. Bubble Kirby is definitely probably not the one for this. Stop that. Okay, we need to just make a run for it and get out of here. It's such a train wreck. No! You, go away. Oh, I became Animal Kirby. This is probably better in the long run, unfortunately. Like I said, I'll openly admit it. I'll be the first to admit Bubble Kirby's not really meant for combat. But that's because Bubble Kirby has greater purpose in life. We'll get the treasure back. Oh gosh. Take care of this. We gotta keep running. What a train wreck, and then there's a big guy, but we can go right under him. And we're out clean. But a burger for the road. There was a star seal. Collect them all for a surprise? And we also got 2 bubble items, so we got a bit of food for the road. Not too bad at all. I'll probably combine those 2 to make myself a more healing meal. Apparently cherries are more healing. And why don't we go into Natronaut 2-2? I'm sorry if that wasn't exactly the best Bubble Kirby propaganda, but please believe me when I say, give Bubble Kirby a chance. If you must, I recommend playing through Kirby Squeak Squad as you would normally. But if you ever find yourself doing a second playthrough of this game, definitely consider doing a run where you try and maintain Bubble Kirby as like your main ability that you dip in and out of frequently. You'll find that you find yourself in this really interesting like rotation in which you want to try and maintain all these crazy abilities. And like I mentioned later on in the game, you end up with some pretty cool movesets. There's a little naughty up there. I can also head back up by the stairs. But there isn't really anything to be seen here. That treasure mechanic is also something of Kirby that does make a comeback in the later days. More specifically with like Planet Robobot and Kirby Triple Deluxe, you'll see the idea of picking up stickers, gears, whatever those little cube things are, flower gem things, all these little interesting tidbits. You start to see that coming back. But I kind of like the idea of how this worked a bit more. And of course, obviously, there could be a level of bias to this, but give me a moment, hear me out. And the other ones, it's used to require to have like a minimum requirement to reach next levels, but some of them can be really tricky to find. And while I definitely don't object to making it so people have to replay your game more, I find it that like having the challenge of people who are also after the same thing as you is really interesting. And I would have loved to have seen some of the adversaries in those games be treated as such. Like, oh, these flowers also help to make the enemy in my game and my installation of the game stronger, so I will hold on to them. Oh, and there goes the bubble. Just floated away. That's what I get for prattling. Well, watch out for this guy. I keep wanting to call him a Gulpin. He's not a Gulpin. Doesn't really look like one either, but he feels like a Gulpin. Emotional Gulpin. Oh, that's something I totally forgot to mention. Another mechanic in this game that totally gets forgotten. You see that little spark traveling? The elements can do different properties. We already seen that fire burns through, well, leaves and other things of the sort, but both Beam and Spark have a certain knack for sending lightning currents through the water. It's really cool. Here, allow me to show you. If we charge it up, I feel like it's worth mentioning, Spark Kirby in this game doesn't work exactly the same. I don't think it's gonna work here, unfortunately. But I know you can do it. Beam Kirby can certainly do it. I think I just need to be a bit... Yeesh. Sucks to be that guy. Trying to get past all this mess up top. I want to get up here. We can make our charge up and make a big crash. There are some other areas where the elemental abilities really help to play into that strength of yours. We get ourselves a nice treasure, except we have no space for it. Against my better judgment, we can get rid of Tiny Kirby. Farewell, my friend. Oh wait, no, because that was the second one there. Oh wait, and it's gone. Okay. Well, there would have been one up there, but I missed the third one anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. We can make our way back down, though. That specific reason, not just the water, but the burning the leaves, all that other kind of stuff, is one of the many reasons why I say you want to have Bubble Kirby on hold. Just in case you end up in a situation where you're like, oh man, shoot, I didn't know I was going to need this ability, then you have it. Unfortunately, we're kind of in an unfortunate spot. Looks like Stora beat us to the punch. His place is right there, and we have to get through all of this. Maybe there's some way to, like, wiggle your way in there before he does, but I highly doubt it. But all hope is not lost if they get the treasure before you do. You just gotta shock it out of them. Not metaphorically, not literally. Or, well, actually, in this case, it is literally. What am I talking about? Oh, dear. Okay, well, one thing remains true. I'm not the best when it comes to... Oh, gosh. This Kirby... No. Spark Kirby is most definitely one of my weakest farms, but we lost that on the treasure again. Dang it. Maybe I should have gone to one of my other abilities, like Cutter. The range really helps. No treasure for me. At least I get 3 confettis? 4 confettis. 5. 5 confettis to tide me over. There was 2 treasures here. Wow, I missed 2? Oh, because I got hit and Oh, that was rough, buddy. Yeesh. Tell you what, I'm gonna go take care of that. Ouch. Like I said before, I never said I was good at this game. I just walked past Cutter completely. Alright, back where we left off. Unfortunately, Storo still is going to manage to get the treasure before I do. But we're a bit better equipped now, feeling a little too cool if you ask me. And this time, instead of shocking him constantly, we're just gonna freeze the little guy. He's so cute. I really like Storo. And we're gonna freeze his little friend too while we're at it. Just pin him in a corner. This poor guy. I don't know why Storo is so, what's the word, responsive to this. Everyone else is just like, oh man, it really sucks. But he gets supercharged and really angry. Not that it matters, because we can just continuously freeze him in place like this. And then he blows up. But his little friend over here is still alive! Ouch! Alright. That's enough out of you. Stop throwing bombs. There we go. Blow him up. We need to get the treasure. You know what? What are we going to get down here? Something good? What? It was about to be something really good. I'll spit that out, take the treasure with me, and just get the heck out of here. Well, I mean, I guess technically Storo's dead, so it doesn't matter! Oh, my precious ice! I still have a backup ice, though. All the more reasons why you want to do the bubble technique. Stop it, stop it! Go away! I hate you! I'm out. We got a ghost medal, Kirby's a ghost, and some spray paint, citrus, to change our color. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. It was kind of an embarrassing show, but whatever. We can head down here and make ourselves a lovely little citrus. You look more like you're radioactive, Kirby. Well, no matter. There's 3 treasures in 2-3 of Nature Notch, so why don't we try and go for that? I love that transition, by the way. From the darkness of the castle all the way back down. Unfortunately, you can't make it do it again. And just as I mentioned before, and I'll continue to mention it until the day I die, beautiful, beautiful art in this game. Just absolutely love it. I'm going to become the radioactive wheel. Oh, I love these designated wheelie levels where you just zip through everything as fast as possible. It's so satisfying. And I kind of matched the floor now that I look at it harder. But no matter. What we need to do now is, with Wheel Kirby in tow, we can pass through spikes that are blocking our path originally. We can grab this. Doc is gonna go after us, but we're way faster than him. Another great thing about Wheel Kirby compared to the other abilities is you can skid across the water. So satisfying. There's that other treasure. Something's up though, isn't it? I see you down there, my precious Bubble. Luckily, Bubble can go through walls. And yet another reason why Bubble Kirby is one of the best abilities in the game. Nothing to look at here. We'll just puke that up. And with Bubble Kirby in tow, we don't have to worry about what other abilities we're going to try and pry out. We're in this nice sandy place. Honestly, I know a lot of people say they don't like deserts. Oh, look at this guy. I believe his name is Gao Gao. I guess it's for obvious reason, but he kind of reminds me of Gaomon from Pokemon. Digimon, whoa, I did the age-old mistake. Oh, shoot. I deserve that for calling you Gaomon from Pokemon. Now, we gotta drop our beloved bubble ability. That's not very good. Was there 3 or 2 treasures here? I cannot remember now. That's a little bit rough because I think we need Animal Kirby. Oh! So, fortunate of me. We can forfeit this because I do still have a bubble. And forget that I actually need to... Hold on. Let's do one of these. Oh, no. What if I do this? Spit out the treasure. Grab this animal ability. The lizard guy's gonna set it on fire, but it's fine. There we go. Maybe it's a bit overcomplicated, but hear me out. It comes in handy later. Or at least I think it does. I could very well be horribly wrong about that. I just have such a distinct memory of doing this. One thing Animal Kirby can do now is that little drill ability. And that's because we've actually picked up a scroll. I haven't been pointing it out, but we have been picking up scrolls that give us our additional abilities to our movesets. And that's another mechanic that I really liked about Kirby. And if there was anything that needed to be hidden and crafty to be found out, I wish it was that. I wish that you had to really dig to learn some of the harder abilities, the harder hitting abilities for those Kirby forms. Now, I'm pretty sure, from what I gathered, that new Kirby game, The Forgotten Land, does do that. So, good points on that game for doing the thing I like so much. But this was another one of those things that I thought it was such a fantastic idea, but then they never really brought it up again. And I just found it so surprising, because I was like, why? This seems like such a great way to promote people to explore, but also not require it out of people at the same time. It was the best of both worlds, and it really surprised me to not see that continued. Little animal here. I feel like there's something hiding in the dirt cloud stuff here, but I don't quite see it. I don't want to leave here just yet in case it is here. Alright. I spent a generous amount of time digging in the dirt. I didn't see anything in there. Now, I don't remember off the top of my head where all the treasures are. I'll try and find them to the best of my abilities, but no guarantees, okay? I may not be able to get all of them on my first try, and I definitely will probably not be able to survive to get them all anyways, so definitely keep that in mind. I think temporarily we're going to spit out... Never mind, there goes Ninja. We probably needed that, which is a shame. Maybe I can make do. Animal Kirby makes quick work of this guy, which is very satisfying. If you claw your way up here, right about to this point, you get a nice running platform to... Not that. Do this. Nope, not that either. Hold on. Ah, there it is. I've just remembered it being a dirt. I wasn't sure which dirt patch it was in, though. Good thing we kept hold of Animal Kirby up to this point. We'll claw that up, and looks like we will still have to part ways with something. I say Fire Kirby. Goodbye for now. I'm going to say it's Animal Kirby for a little bit longer. That's because we got some squeak problems happening. Luckily, we're on the defense this time as opposed to the offense last time. We got all the treasures. We just need to get out of here. Doc is back again. He's not happy. He's gonna try and get in our way, but we don't need to worry about it too much. We can scratch up his comrades and just nuke them. Carefully. Oh no, he's dropping a bomb. I'm trying to get through this space here. Do you mind, Doc? See, now your little ship got blown up because of that. I'm going to try and make my way out of here as quickly as I can. Oh, this was a dead end. Not good at all. Oh, he's shooting lasers at me. I quite like Doc. He's pretty cute, all things considered. All the squeaks are. I really like them. Make our way up. There's his little spot. I didn't mean to go into here, actually. Great, now I have to do the gauntlet to get out. Well, luckily, we don't have to deal with Doc to do so. We can just, one by one, claw them all up. Others do get hit in the crossfire, by the way. So if you're busy clawing up one and another one walks into it, they will get hit. One more mousey, I think? Come on down. There we go. And I still got wailed on, regardless. Get my animal form back in the chest, and let's get out of here. Before Doc comes back! I'm out. And I missed a Metamato again. We got a new copy palette, Pastel, we got a graphic piece, and we got the wheel scroll. New ability is memorized. Nicely done. And I think on that note, I'm gonna end that episode here for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, any input on how I can improve is greatly appreciated. That being said, I hope you guys have a great day or you guys have a great night. And I will see you next time. Bye bye now.